Anyway, right now we're about to get a delivery. We're about to get a delivery, a once in a lifetime delivery. And I'm excited to share it with you guys. So keep an eye out the back here. I'm gonna move my trailer and we'll see when this guy shows up. Oh yeah, people, you're starting to get a good look at it. You see it? You see this lovely thing that we just bought? No, it's not that truck. Why would I buy that truck when I could have this car? I'm not saying I buy junk, people. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, I would buy junk if I could, but why would I buy junk? I mean, rusty old cars, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like me. I don't seem like the kind of guy that would do that. Who would just like see it online and tell some dude, I'll give you a bunch of money. Why don't you send it to me? Because it could be cool. But then, oh yeah, that doesn't seem like me at all. But anyway, I was just saying, if I did do that kind of thing, I'd probably get something like really cool and iconic, but super rusty, so nobody else would want it. And it costs a small fraction of what a nice one would cost. But that's only if I would do that kind of thing, which I don't think I would. Yeah, dog. You like that? Half a bumper. I think the other half fell off somewhere between Texas and here. I don't know if that door opens. Oh yeah, that's killer. I'm actually happy about it. The delivery guy thinks I'm insane. He's making me pay because he's worried it's gonna fall apart and then I'm gonna blame him. We'll do a walk around in a second here, but first impression, that's awesome. Rotten, but awesome. I'm too miserably sick to give you a walk around today, but I will give you a walk around. So hold on 30 seconds and I'll be feeling better and I'll come out and do it. I'll give you this a little time travel action. Welcome to the junkyard, guys. Cadillac's moved since we last saw it. I'm a little better. This is my outdoor hat. I had to move a bunch of cars, just reorganizing, so everything ended up back here in my collection. But let's do a close-up here on this 1959 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. It's awesome, but it's rough, okay? That's why we got it. That's why we could afford it. That's why we decided to go with it. I'm going to start with the bad side here. You can see, obviously, dent in the passenger fender. Almost the entire top of the fender gone. Dent in the passenger door. Dent in the passenger quarter. But actually, technically, it's kind of forward and not in a horrible spot. And rust. Rust. Comes to the roof. I mean, it's got the trim. It's got a little bit of rust there. But that's not done. I don't know. The roof is pretty solid. That was one of the questions I asked the guy. He said, man, this is yard art. I said, well, how's the roof? And he said, the roof's good. I said, it's my car then, I'll take it. That's enough to build. The hood looks good. Let's see if I can get in here. I did it the other day. It's actually got a motor. Other people ask me, does it have a motor? And I said, I don't know. I didn't ask him if it had a motor. I don't care if it has a motor. But it does have a motor. It's got brakes. It's got all sorts of pieces of the puzzle. That's not worth anything. Look how rotten that is over there. Old school battery. It's still got a VIN. That's good. Driver's fender, you know, not as bad. Dented, dinged, all that stuff. The interior is shockingly good. I mean, for how bad the car is, it's all here. We're not going to use much of any of it, but it's there. The floor, on the other hand, I'm going to say the floor is not there at all. Which is another part of the conversation I had with the guy. I said, well, what are his issues, you know? He said, well, the floor is completely gone. I said, that's okay. I'm going to put it on a different car. It's going to have its own floor. The back of it seems pretty solid. There's some rust up in here. And that big dent there. That's a bummer. Thankfully, we do have all the trim minus these upper stainless pieces. So we're going to have to come across those. God, if you saw this the other day. Well, I guess you saw it in this video. But I didn't show you the inside. There is nothing there, man. Look at that. It's all the way through. Which is actually nice compared to the other Cadillac that had rat and mouse yuck in it. I'd rather have nothing. But all this is going to be usable. I mean, these, you know, a bunch of patch panels, a bunch of stuff to make it work. But who cares? It's a 59 Cadillac, right? What's funny is these bumpers are nasty. I've never seen a bumper rotten through. It's obviously like East Coast car or Midwest or something. Because they're just salted. They're dead. I have 2 other 59 Cadillac bumpers. That just worked out. So I do have a nice rear bumper for it. I don't have a front bumper. So if anybody's got a 59 Cadillac front bumper, front fender, I'd be interested in those. And these little stainless pieces up here. But what do you guys think? I think it's a pretty solid start to a killer project. And like I said, maybe it's in this video. I think it's in here, but we got that Model S. I'll go show you that next. I just picked it up because it's a pile, but, well, it's not really a pile. It's actually a nice car, but I've been hitting the front, so somebody did some, like a new steering rack and stuff on it, and it got salvage titled, so I was able to get it for a good deal, and it's a big motor car, so I figured under a beast like this, it would be amazing. Look at that roof, man. Flat. Unbelievable. I'm excited about that car. Let's do a little junkyard walk here. 1960 Chevy truck frame, 1960 Suburban, like a military Suburban. This thing's so heavy. Somebody cut the roof off, made it a permavert. I want to build that car. This car here, it's a 65 or something. It's just a parts truck. And then we got all our Cadillacs. Our parts Cadillac for the Meteor. My, like, just after high school Cadillac. A copy of that, kind of the same car, and I figured, oh, who doesn't need 2 of them? But the truth is, I don't need 2 of them, so this one needs to get done and find a new home. This is a 69, same car, Coupe de Ville, not chopped. I'd love to make like a lowrider out of it. It would be killer, because it's like a grandma car. Redo it all in gold, the metal's good, everything's good on it. Then we got the Chevy, the Cougar, a wood boat over there, a bug shell, and the last car that I have from Roadkill, which is just garbage. But one day we'll either do something with that or find it a new home. This is just my like collection in the back. We've got more over here. We got more over there. We got it everywhere. We got chassis, as you saw me just move those. That's the one out of the Meteor. This is a 41 Chevy, bunch of parts. This is a parts car, but I never have the heart to cut it up, so maybe it'll be more than a parts car because it's pretty solid. And then there's our 66 Lincoln back there. Then if we go down and back up over there, got a whole nother stash. But today we were just looking at that 59, thinking, man, that thing is sweet. So I'm happy to have it. I hope you guys are stoked on it as a future project. It's a huge project, but you know, it's one of those iconic cars that, even as nasty as it is, I really want to build it, make something out of it. Look at how gross that is. I mean, it could just be a cool cruiser and look nice. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to actually make that a nice looking car. Bumpers are more my issues than anything, but I don't know. I think we could figure them out. Maybe they make a fiberglass bumper or something I could buy to put on there. Paint it and do color match bumpers. Or somebody else, YouTube land, maybe you've got a 59 Cadillac front bumper. You want to sell / donate, whatever, man, talk to me. I need that thing. All right, guys, let's go back. I'll show you the Model S, and then we'll see where we're at. Maybe you want to watch me move all these cars back here. That was a chore, dude. That was hard. Loaded everything on the trailer, drug it back here, or picked it up with the forklift. All right, here we got our Model S, man. This is a 2014, so it's a 12-year-old car. Tesla P85 Plus, which means it was the big motor car. It was like 400 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. It's just rear-wheel drive, and it has an 85 kilowatt-hour battery. It's a little dusty and everything because it's just sitting right now because it's a salvage car, and I'm trying to get it cleared so I can drive it for the time being. Let's see, P85 Plus. But all that happened was it got hit right here in the front. This little bit of damage in there, and then bent the control arm. And they replaced all that, and it seems to be fine. Doesn't have to be perfect for what we're doing. But did all that, and it's a great car. I've driven it. I drove it from Orange County here, which is like, well, driving, it's like 60 miles. Drove beautifully, tons of power, battery charges all the way, supercharges, does it all. I'm thinking that thing would be an awesome 59 Cadillac base. So it still has kind of like the Cadillac interior instead of like our Model 3 Meteor that has the Tesla interior. Although, I'll show you this thing real quick. This interior isn't half bad. I mean, I could see that being 59 Cadillac dash. Now I'm rethinking it all. I don't know, guys. The seats and stuff, not so much, but you know, these were luxury cars when they came out. This thing was like $100 grand, which is hard to believe because it's so cheap now. It was 9,000, 8,000, under 8,000 when I bought it. I put a grand into an about parts, so I'm about 8 grand into it. But I mean, it's an amazing car that gets great mileage, tons of power, and it's relatively inexpensive. I'm excited on this as far as the parts car. Cut it up, make it something awesome. That 59 is my goal. And then hopefully it'll be as cool as this guy here. This is charging right now. But the Meteor is coming together. I haven't touched this thing in 3 weeks. So since our last videos have come out, they've all been stuff pre-recorded because, man, I went to that car show and got so sick. So I've just been hanging on and trying to get, you know, bare minimums to stay alive and keep us moving at the house, editing, stuff like that. But next week, we'll be back out here. We'll be working on the Meteor. I gotta fix that. See that? That's because the door, I moved that fender back in the end of that last video, and I re-gapped it and I made it just a hair too tight. And then driving and all that, the vibration made it closer. And when I opened that door, it caught on there and just bent it. So now I gotta fix it all, redo it, and make it so it actually clears. But I mean, that thing is so awesome. Anyway, we're gonna keep working on that, get it to be a daily driver, ready to roll before we cut into the other one. But I just figured I'd show you the 59 because I was excited to get it. Show you the Model S because I'm excited to have it as a parts or a donor car. And then we'll take another look at this guy because it's doing so great. You know, if you can leave a comment this week, do it for me. I'd appreciate it. I hope on that other camera I got some of that chaos so you guys can appreciate how hysterical it is to try and get anything done around here. I love my father. Thanks, Dad. I love you. You're super helpful and wonderful. But any helper who's not me, I need 2 of me, 3 of me, 4 of me. That way we speak the same language. That would make things easier. But that's the plight of mankind, I believe. Communication. Anyway, we're gonna move this last one, I think, or maybe the truck that's on the side. We're trying to clean up. She's doing pretty good, huh? I mean, it made it all the way here from Texas. Let's see if we can make it to my backyard. Look how bad this side is, man. Giant dent, giant dent, giant dent. It's like somebody was thinking, I'm gonna run this thing over with my tractor. They leaned into it, and then somebody like me screamed, don't do it, you know? I'll save it. But it's gonna be the commitment. But did you see that Model S that we picked up? I'm not saying that these two are gonna be one car. I wouldn't say that kind of thing. But I tell you that that's the plan. That's the plan, at least. Model S underpinnings. 1959 Cadillac. Hell yeah. We have to also move all these other cars. We're putting in a motorhome over there for my mom and her husband to come stay for the weekend here and there. People, when you have a kid, family all of a sudden wants to hang out with you. I've lived out here for 8 years. He's from the pound too. They had Ken on the kill list, man. They were gonna take him out, but we didn't let that happen. So thank you to the people. There's people out there that had to help me to get that dang dog. And we got 3 other dogs at the same time. Curtis, a guy that we adopted out. Maybe that was it. Maybe we got Curtis, Ken, and the guy that we adopted out, Hank. My dad is going just completely rogue back here, even though I told him to stop over here so I can unload it. And he's just doing what he wants. Now he's gonna run over metal, the sharp metal over there. He's gonna pop my trailer tires. I appreciate the help, Dad. I know you're watching this. I really appreciate the help. That's the specific don't exit side, no step.
Sorry.
You ever done that before?
No. Gone the wrong way? Yeah, sure I have. Hello.
I was just telling them about how great it is to have a helper.
Yeah. It would
How much I enjoy it.
I wish I had a helper to help me helping.
I wish I had a helper as helpful as...
As me, of course.
No, I guess that...
Two of me, perhaps.
2 to 7 of you would be great.
7 of me would be fantastic.
I can't even imagine what I would do with 7.
You noticed when you were leaving one time, you hit one of those piles of the stones that we just had stacked up and broke them all off? You know?
No way.
So if we back you up in here, in that space there...
I don't want it there, though. I maybe even want it there, or here.
Straight across here?
No, not in front. Because I got to bring other stuff back here. So let's do some thinking. Look at that growing on my Cadillac. Adventures in rust, people. Adventures in rust. You see those flames? This is my just after high school car. I bought this thing from an old lady. She backed it into a pole and they salvage titled it. And man, it was a fun car. Back to that later. I gotta help him back this trailer up. Man, that's a good looking car though. It's a pile, but it's a cool pile. Like all of my others, I'm the king of the world. I've lost it, don't worry. Too long a day, too much time spent with my father. All right, I'm putting stuff away for the day, but man, whew, we got some stuff accomplished. Went and got that Model S today. It'll be a great donor for one of these big cars. That one's going to the junkyard. I just want parts off of it. But the 59, the 70, the other 70 probably just gotta go. I don't know. The 69's pretty cool. Super clean grandma car, just missing a front fender. You know those two, the boat. Oh, we got so many fun things tucked in the back here. And I'm putting more back in the next couple days. And then what we're gonna do is not buy anything new for a while. Because I got this side of stuff, the junk on the other side. I gotta get some projects done on the road, doing fun stuff. Right there, one of the last roadkill cars. That thing is awful. That's why it's just sitting there. But yeah, it's just gotta get organized back here. You know what I'm really bad at, guys? First, I have no voice because I was so sick and I coughed and died and whatever. But I'm really bad at remembering to film stuff. And for a guy who's trying to make a decent YouTube channel, that's not a good thing to forget. It's just that we do so much. And it's hard to like put filming on top of that. So if you live in my area and you want to be my film guy and get paid nothing and spend your weekend pretty much just working, but you're in charge of my cameras, you let me know. I'd like that. I'd also like an editor. If anybody knows somebody who could just sit and waste their life editing, you could be my guy too. All right, that's it, people. I'm going back to work. We're moving cars. We're digging out our 66 Cadillac, no, Lincoln Continental today, just to rearrange stuff. But I might get a wild hair and bring it up here and try to get it to run, because it's actually a complete car and it should run. Oh, hold it. Little carb cleaner, torch, blower. Check this out, my green pool. So we're about to move our pool house in place. Check it out. In case you're wondering, that's the Ian Roussel farther.
Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this adventure this week. I know it was a lot of just moving cars around, but we got to meet the new 59 Cadillac project. I'm gonna go play with the baby and the wife, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for stopping by.